folks, in this film I'm going to make some gluten-free onion bhajis. For my bhaji batter, here's my ingredients. So I'm using gram flour, which is chickpea flour. I shall be using onion powder, which is an optional ingredient, but this is what I've made myself from dehydrated onion skins. Some turmeric, chili flakes, garlic granules, coriander, smoked paprika and cumin. I've also sliced 3 onions long ways, and I've got them in my dehydrator at the minute, just taking out some of the liquid out of them. Makes them easier to work with. They're just there, but you don't need to dehydrate them. I'm just doing it because I've got that facility. So I've got them on at 80 and they'll be on for an hour. I neglected to mention one other ingredient for the batter, and that's a bit of lemonade. And I'm using lemonade because the CO2 in it will just make the batter that bit fluffier, and it'll make it a little bit sweeter. So I'm not really weighing or measuring, I'm just going to do it by sight. I'll get some of the chickpea flour into this bowl. All I need to do is use the fork just to mash it down and get any lumps out of it. It should be a nice smooth batter when it's done. Okay, so into the flour, I'm literally just going to take each one of these and put a sprinkle in. So a sprinkle of onion powder, sprinkle of turmeric, like so. Chili flakes, I might have quite a generous sprinkle because I want it to have a bit of bite. You can add fresh chilies also. Garlic granules, this is optional, but I like a bit of garlic. Bit of ground coriander, smoked paprika. Again, just a shake. Oh, slightly more than I wanted, but it doesn't matter. And cumin. And what I'm going to do now with my fork is make sure there's no lumps, and then I'm just going to stir this through so it's a regular constituency with all the different ingredients that are in there. It's a nice colour, and it already smells very aromatic, like you might expect bhajis to smell. Okay, that's good. So now I'm going to take the fork out, and then I'm going to get my lemonade, and I'm just going to add a little bit in the middle. Oh, it's not very fizzy lemonade. I must have had this a while. Oh well, never mind. So it's not adding the lightness to the batter that I'd wanted it to. And I'm just going to stir this around. Now the gram flour is really fine actually, but that's a paste, and I don't want a paste, I want a batter. So no, it's still far too thick, that. Okay, right, in it goes in that case. Watch me overdo it now. That's alright actually. It's probably a little bit thicker than I want it to be, but I'll just keep working it and see if that changes. Actually, that's not so bad. It's slightly thick, but not too thick. One tiny pour, and that's it. Right, done. So just giving this a really nice stir around, and that is a good constituency for a batter. That's fine actually. So I've just got to wait now for my onions to dehydrate. Right, so there's the batter, and my bhajis are going to be cooked in this. Now this is not oil, it's lard, which I've melted. I've turned the heat off it for the time being because I'm still waiting for the onions. So when they're out of the dehydrator, I'll come back to you and carry on. Right, action stations, we are ready. I've got the onion out of the dehydrator. You can see from looking at it, it's got those little dark edges around the rings. So that has taken some liquid out. I've got my batter ready, and the lard is at temperature because I've just tested it by dripping some batter in, and that's what's happened to it. Right, I've got my tongs, so I get my onion, it goes into the batter, it gets a good dip on both sides, it comes out heavily coated, shake off the excess into the oil. Right, it's sizzling, I'll show you in a sec. Again, same with this one, both sides, Shake off the excess. And it's not oil, it's lard. Into the lard. Proper Yorkshire Bhajis. Cooked in lard. Right, I'm going to keep doing this and then I'm going to give you a pan shot in a second. So I'll come back to you in a sec. So that's looking alright. So this was the first one that I put in about 2 minutes ago. I'm just going to have a look at the other side of it. Yeah, I'm going to start to turn them over now in the order that I put them in, if I can remember. Right, the first lot are ready to come out and I'm going to put them into my air fryer basket. Now notice that the basket has got this mesh and therefore the fat that's in there can drip through to the bottom and that will allow them to drain. And then just before serving I'll give them a last blast for 2 minutes in the air fryer just to crisp them up. Okay, that's the first one's done. I've now got the rest of my onions in here, which are then going to go in there. And after I've done my onions, because I've got so much batter, I'm going to do some sliced mushrooms as well. So it's going to be onion bhajis and mushroom bhajis. I'm right happy about that. Right, the onion bhajis are done. Let's get on to the mushrooms. And these are already sliced, so it was just nice and easy to dip them in there. Pop them in the oil and let them sizzle away. Once again, it's not oil, it's lard. Must keep reminding myself of that. Right, that's all the bhajis cooked, the onion and the mushroom. Let's have a look at them. So there they are. I've used quite a lot of lard, I must admit. It's concerning how much lard has gone into them, or how less is left from what was there before. So this is definitely a treat recipe. This is not for regularity at all. So these now go into the air fryer and I'm going to put them on 180 for 10 minutes because they're all cold now, and that's going to get them just to the right temperature to eat with some chopped salad and a glass of wine. Right, so the lard has been recycled and here are the mushrooms on top and the onions underneath, bhaji style, ready to serve with a side salad. And here we go. But as ever, the proof is in the tasting, and that looks like one nice piece of red onion to me. Hot. Lovely. It's spicy and it's sweet. Real curry flavours coming through. I'll try mushroom. That's really good. Right, I'm very happy with this. It's gluten free, it's tasty. Catch you on the next film, whatever that may be.